Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Jay Hollingshed. I help athletes win more competitions and consistently produce better stats. I help entrepreneurs become more productive and consistently earn more profit. I am your high performance mindset coach, working from the locker room to the boardroom, Jay Hollingshed. And this is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is day 56 of 365. So we're well into this thing and we're rolling with it. And today is day 7, 7th day of the week. So we discuss pillar number 7. Pillar number 7 is positive and negative self-talk. And before we get into that, let me get some things out the way. First off, thank yous. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate that. Everybody that tunes in live, thank you for watching. Thank you for those that are watching on repeat. I truly appreciate you. The repeat broadcast is watched over and over and so many more times than the actual live. So if you want to catch this video in its entirety, you can go to my YouTube channel, Jay Hollingshed on YouTube. And everything I do is put on, loaded to my YouTube channel on repeat. Also, if you want to catch this video in its entirety and tune in live, you can like my Facebook page, which I broadcast this from. Facebook page, Jay Hollingshed LLC, my Facebook business page. Go to the page, like it, make sure you get the notifications that I will be broadcasting live. Now, that out the way, let's go right into the positive and negative self-talk. I've done some research, some really good research, and today my research surprised me. I came across a lot of things that I really want to give you, but I don't have enough time to give it to you, so we'll kind of save some of it for next Saturday. But for what I have for this Saturday is this. We think in pictures, as I always say. Every thought we have produces a visual image in our minds. Now, the positive and negative self-talk, that's our psyche. Our psyche is what talks to us, is that voice in our head that's talking to us. And when it talks to us, it describes a picture that it wants us to see. It can be positive, it can be negative. Either way, it's our psyche describing the pictures in our minds, or the picture it wants us to have in our minds. It's always suggestive. It's always suggestive. And when we accept and act upon it, we have the power to accept, act upon it, or change it. But it's our psyche describing the pictures in our mind. Now, the research I came across was Michigan State University. Michigan State University has a program at their school. It's called the Stress Less with Mindfulness program. And this program, they've done some really good research. They found out that on average, the human being has 80,000 thoughts a day. 80,000. That's a lot of thoughts. Now, of that 80,000, 90% of those thoughts are thoughts we've had before. So in other words, 90% of those thoughts are thoughts that are put on repeat. We are recycling thoughts. Now, of that 80,000 thoughts we have a day, 80% of those, wow, a lot of numbers, 80% of those 80,000 thoughts, which is 64,000 thoughts, 80%, 64,000 thoughts are negative. 64,000 of the 80,000 thoughts that we have on a daily basis are negative, which leaves the other 20%, which is 16,000 thoughts that are positive. That's a lot of negative thinking, a ton of negative thinking. So to empower a high performance mindset, we have to change the negative self-talk to positive self-talk. Now you're saying, okay, Coach Jay, how do we do that? Here's how you do that. The first step, you have to notice the thoughts, recognize them, realize them when they are coming in. Because if you catch them before they come in, you got a chance to analyze them before acting upon them and becoming or doing or following through with the suggestions that they are. So the negative thoughts, the 64,000 negative thoughts that we have, start to recognize them. Stop. When you think, Put a pause between thinking and acting. Think, pause, act. Or think, pause, rethink, act. Here's how you do that. First, notice the thought. That's the first step. Notice the negative thought. Second thought, challenge it. Challenge the negative thought. You have the ability to do that. Why? Because the thought belongs to you. It's your thought. Challenge the negative thoughts. And when you challenge them, you have the ability to change them. Challenging them, first of all, gives you some power, okay? You got to step up and speak up. When you do that, you exude your power. You're challenging your own thoughts. So you're challenging your mind. You're challenging your own thoughts. After you challenge them, then you go forth with changing them. Now, I suggest when you notice these thoughts, and it's going to be kind of hard, so starting off, when you first notice these thoughts, if you have time, when you have time, you got 80,000 thoughts. So write down the ones you can think of. When you write them down, that gives you the opportunity to getting tongue-tied. Writing them down happens when you press pause. You get the thought, press pause. Write down the thought. Think about it. Then you have the ability or the time to challenge it. And then press the replay button or press pause again so it can start back playing. And as it starts to play, you can say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Stop. No, I'm not going. See, you told me to do this. Or you're saying this. I'm not accepting that. I'm choosing to accept that, which is another option. You put your own options on the table. You're challenging the thoughts, the negative thoughts from your psyche with a positive thought that you come up with. Now, here are some suggestions. A thought that may come into your head that says, he's always putting me down. Okay, change that to, he's putting me down right now. Not always, but right now. You are leaving open the option for hope. Always is a long time. That's like forever. That's a long time saying always. So it's not always. It's happening right now. Remember what I talk about in awareness and mindfulness, being in the moment. The thought is the moment. That is happening right now. It didn't happen back then. It's not happening in the future. It's happening right now. So he's always putting me down? No, he's not always putting you down. He put you down in the past. And right now, he is putting you down right now, not always. Another one, no one will ever call me. Nah, change that to no one has called me today. Okay? Not no one will ever call me, but everyone, not no one will ever call me, but no one has called me today. Here's another one. I will never get a raise. Nah, you keep thinking that, you will never get a raise. Say, I haven't had a raise in a long time. Not I will never. Because when you say that, you're cutting off your hope. You're cutting off the fact that you're saying that it will never happen. You're cutting off the ability for it to manifest. You're cutting yourself off. That's what you're doing. You're cutting off your hope. You're cutting off your optimistic future. So challenge your goals. Well, first you notice them, then you challenge them, then you write them down if you have the ability to write them down. And when you write them down, like I said, writing them down, like I say in my goal settings on Wednesdays, writing your goals down, it anchors them and they ain't going nowhere. Same thing with this, writing the thoughts down, it anchors them. So they don't have the ability to move and move you somewhere. It anchors right here. It stops right here. That's when you press pause. You drop that anchor. You write it down. And then you have the ability to think about it and challenge the thought. One last thought. My children never listen to me. Really? How about my children aren't listening to me right now? You put the anchor down, but when it comes to your kids, you put your foot down with that anchor. They'll listen. Trust me. Been there and done that. So, as I end my broadcast, I am challenging you on this positive and negative self-talk day. Challenge your thoughts, okay? Start by noticing them, challenging them, and then changing them. That's what you got to do to challenge your negative self-thoughts. negative self-talk and actually employ your high performance mindset, you have to change your negative self-talk to positive self-talk. It's a simple process. The hard part is the discipline to keep doing it over and over, the repetition to make it something that becomes a habit. As I've always stated, it takes 21 days of an average of 21 days of consistency to form a habit, and an average of 90 days of consistency to form a lifestyle. So let's get this consistency going, okay? Let's do this. That's my challenge for you today. That's all I have for today in positive and negative self-talk. Now, those of you that are athletes and those of you that are entrepreneurs, that's my target audience. So I'm targeting you. Yes, I'm calling you out. You have your negative self-talk that's kicking your butt, especially in sports and athletics. Entrepreneurs, you have negative self-talk that's kicking your butt. You're looking at everybody else and having the negative thoughts come in. How come I can't be like that? Or how come I can't do that? I'll never be like that. Or I will never get my sales up that high. Nah. You're in the wrong mindset. You need to get out of that mindset. And if you are struggling with getting out of that mindset and you want help with that, go to speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com. You'll be directed to my calendar, and we can talk about that and talk about getting you out of the negative self-talk, along with the other 6 pillars that I do teach. So go to speaktojay.com. We'll talk about that and see if we can get you to where you need to be. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And thank you. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.